Okay, so now that I figured out that I'm a dodo and I understood that OnlyFans girls are posting Ls, not LS, we can finally react to this. Anyways, this is Lauren Chen. She has some good takes, some bad takes, some okay takes, and some interesting takes. Overall, did I say that overall? Someone I do enjoy watching. And let's see what she says about the OnlyFans because I am probably in agreement with her. OnlyFans girls that can't find boys, can't find boyfriends, serious relationships. Yeah, guess what? Most guys don't want to date someone whose tits have been everywhere, like been fucking around. People can find for her basically her nudes, and yeah, no one wants to wife that. You know why? Imagine. Forget that you're like, forget the whole like everyone's seen my wife naked kind of thing, which is like that does not feel very good to a man. It's like you wanna feel like you got the prize, not the sloppy seconds, or thirds, fourth, tenths, whatever. And yeah, things like imagine you have a kid, and it's like his or her friends find your mom's nudes when they're like in their teens. That's fucked up.
Hey, 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 hey,
But hey, good for them. They made money, right? So,
Lauren here. Today, let's look at some OnlyFans
glorified
girls
sluts, right?
posting their
Glorified
L's because
prostitutes.
unfortunately, today I feel like far too many young women look at OnlyFans as a quick and easy way to
It
make
is.
money with absolutely no downsides,
Oh,
which, as we
always
shall
a
see
downside.
straight from the horse's mouth, is simply not true. And actually, some of these L's these women are posting aren't just funny, they're also kind of sad and depressing when you think of it. So
No, it's
just be
funny.
prepared for that. But
Fuck them.
before we get into it, I do want to say a
Literally,
big
not
thank
literally,
you to
whatever.
today's sponsor, Ground News. Now, recently you guys probably heard that Biden's Ministry of Truth was shut down and that the woman who was supposed to be heading that initiative, Nina Jankowicz, she actually resigned from her post. Now, was Nina Jankowicz this authoritarian fascist wanting to censor everybody, or was she the stalwart defender of the truth who simply wanted to get the facts out there in order to correct some falsehoods that had been spread online? Well, the way you think of that story, like so many other stories, is going to be really colored by the type of media you consume and where you get your news from. Because you see, media bias and political polarization are at an all-time high, which sadly makes it really hard to get to the truth of a story, which is exactly where Ground News comes in. Ground News is the world's first news comparison platform. It's a website and app that shows you how breaking news is being covered across the political spectrum, and it makes it easy to swipe between headlines to discover which details are emphasized, exaggerated, or left out entirely by a specific publication. Simply put, Ground News is a better way to read the news. And Ground News has a lot of other great features too. It helps you spot media bias by giving you a visual breakdown of the news sources covering a story so you can see where they fall on the political spectrum. It also helps you check your blind spots by seeing which news stories are being underreported by either the left or the right. You can also understand your own reading habits better with the My News Bias personalized dashboard, which I think is one of the coolest features because whether you agree with certain sources
On the longest ads. But, I mean, it's good if you're into it, you know. It looks like a decent thing where it's like it can tell you which stories are underreported or reported too much. But damn, that's a long ad.
sources or not, I still think it's important to get their perspective on it. So personally for me, this tool helps me ensure that I'm not descending into a right-wing echo chamber or anything like that, and it makes me accountable for keeping my news sources varied. And Grand News has recommended coverage as well, where they'll serve you up stories you may not otherwise know about. So if you are looking for a better way to stay informed about current events around the world, check out Ground News by visiting ground.news/Chen to download the free app today. So this video is
Shen, not
actually
Chen.
inspired by a new Twitter account that I just came across called OnlyFans Girls Posting L's, and if you're not following it, I recommend it because it's kind of a hoot and a holler. But essentially the account, kind of like libs of TikTok, really it just compiles other people's posts. And it just so happens that these posts are put up by girls who have OnlyFans accounts that are not going too well. And I think it's important to share these, not to finger wag or judge the women who are posting these things, but rather to hold them up as cautionary tales for maybe women who might be considering going down the OnlyFans route, or for men who might be thinking about supporting a girl on OnlyFans. Because on this channel, I feel like it's not a controversial thing for me to say that yes, it's a bad idea to start an OnlyFans account as a woman, but I feel like some of you watching this who maybe are men may not see how you supporting these women financially is also contributing to this cycle because supply and demand here. We can criticize these girls on OnlyFans all we want, but at the end of the day, they are there because there are men out there willing to pay to see their
Yes,
stuff.
I always say this, man. I don't blame the girls for doing it. I just won't date them, and I don't recommend any other men to date it. However, date them. However, the ones really at fault is the fucking asshole. Well, not asshole. The fucking dumbass dudes who pay for that shit. They're the ones to blame. It's supply and demand. Simple as that. The problem is, men are horny as fuck, and there's always demand. Fucking Christ. Men are really to blame for that shit. I agree, but just because men are to blame doesn't mean I'll date you. Like knowing that and accepting that fact doesn't mean I'll date you if you did OnlyFans or like if you were a stripper or anything like that. No.
some cases. And I just feel like those men who are also part of this cycle, they should not escape our condemnation too. But actually, ironically, one of the most common L's we see on this account is girls on OnlyFans complaining that their OnlyFans accounts aren't actually making any money. Because we often hear
Interesting.
about people like Bella Thorne or Tana Mojo. I think she may have had an OnlyFans, I'm not sure. But there are celebrities out there and, some just random people out there who do make a lot of money on OnlyFans selling nudes or explicit videos.
And the thing is, like the ones who make the most money are the ones who are known before the OnlyFans.
But the reality is that for the vast majority of people on
Of
OnlyFans, like for
course.
the vast majority of like musicians out there, you are not going to be making a lot of money.
How does it go? Like 1% makes 99% of the profits or some shit like that, and then the 1% of the 1% make 99% of those profits. Or something. It's crazy, right? But it's also like there's a 20-80 rule. 20% of creators get 80% of all the subscribers or something like that. Like obviously, yeah. There's like it's monopoly, bro. It's like it is what it is. At the end of the game, one person's left with all the money and everyone else is bankrupt.
If any money. In which case, if you're on OnlyFans, what's happened is essentially you've prostituted yourself for like no financial gain. We have this one post here saying, I lied. I'm putting OnlyFans down for a bit since my spirit is broken. No one is saying subscribed and no new subscribers are coming. Figured I'll stop spending money I don't have on outfits. Safe to move. Shortly after move, I'll start Cam and OnlyFans again. I'm not going to try and talk anyone into staying subscribed, but I'll be back if you're interested in me. Still, just keep your eyes out.
Well, I mean, like if you're not even making the money, why did you spend all? Like you're spending all that money on the outfits. It's like it's OnlyFans, bro. Just give people like poses. Like, why are you getting all those outfits?
I think the only thing maybe more depressing than selling yourself online would be attempting to sell yourself online, but no one's actually interested. And it might sound mean, but I think this is actually maybe a needed reality
Oof.
check for
I
a lot of these women
mean,
who think that just because there are women, there are going to be men flocking to see them naked. And it's like, chica, this is the internet. A naked woman is really not that special. You are not that.
yeah, especially like this day and age, like it's not even that special. The only time, like, the only ones I see that are like making really big on OnlyFans is because they're girls who are already like people are interested in for other reasons, and then it's like, man, this chick is kind of cool. I wish I could see her naked. Boom, OnlyFans right there. That's money. But if you're like coming out of nowhere and you do OnlyFans, like who are you? It's kind of like, why do I want to talk to you? Okay, I want to see your body. Like there's porn, right? It's like it's the whole point of the OnlyFans is like that weird connection that you get, but like if you don't have the connection to begin with.
That special. And that's actually something that this other woman found out when she posted. The sad thing is, I actually do feel dehumanized, begging people to follow my
Yeah, no shit, but that's what you did.
OnlyFans for epoxy £2 is effing embarrassing. My page is worth $1 million and more.
Not based on that picture.
F everyone, I quit. And she also followed that post up with another one saying, LOL.
It It's literally €2, you cheap cunts. Get a
also
job,
over this,
bitch.
showing that she had put her
Oh my
OnlyFans on
god.
sale for 70% off, meaning it was like literally £2, but still nobody wanted to subscribe. I mean, so clearly, Chica, your page is not worth $1 million, and it kind of seems like if you want to be able to survive on your own, you're gonna need to get a regular
Talk about being entitled, right? Like, oh, white men are so entitled. Look at this white chick.
job and actually go to work like everyone else. Because for a
Where is she gonna work with all those tattoos, though? But tattoo parlor, that's about it. Or like keep being a stripper.
lot of these women, I feel like before OnlyFans, they were probably posting lewd photos of themselves online, in which case they probably did get a lot of male attention and validation,
Yeah, it
people
was
saying,
free.
oh, you're so beautiful, yada, yada, yada. And they may have thought that that male attention would translate into actual financial gain if they were to set up an OnlyFans, but it's
I mean,
like
it
a lot of
could,
these
but
guys who might like or comment on your photos, that doesn't actually mean they're willing to spend money on you or that they actually see you as an asset they would be okay with investing in. Like literally they're
it's kind of like, well, this is what my thing about the like tatted up chicks. Like a tattoo here, a tattoo there is kind of okay. Not my thing, but like some tattoos are like really hot, like the tattoo around the thigh. I was like, oh man, that's really hot. But super tatted up chicks, very very niche people like who really like that. And it's like when people say it's like, oh my god, you're so pretty, you're so hot, blah blah blah, whatever. I would say a lot of them, it's like kind of like, wow, this picture is so nice. I don't understand at all, but it's cool, right? And it's like, am I gonna? Do I want to buy this painting? Nah. Well, it's cool to look at, but nah.
they're just thirsty online and you're cheap and there, which is why they're giving you attention. It's not meaningful. Really sorry if this sounds mean, but someone needs to tell these girls because clearly they don't have parents to do it for them. And
Oh,
actually, speaking of parents,
they told their parents, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're so old. You're a boomer. You're a zoomer. You don't know. You don't know anything. I know the best. I'm the best. I am the best. And I know everything you don't. And I'm gonna go and prostitute myself, and I will make a lot of money. Clearly not the case.
it is a running joke that girls on OnlyFans probably don't have father figures in their lives, which really actually is a true trend when you look at any type of sex worker or just promiscuous woman in general. But we have this post that I thought was pretty funny.
I
Men will
mean,
get loud on the internet like, your parents are so disappointed. Meanwhile, my mom and her friends are discussing how they'd do OnlyFans if it was around when they were younger. She doesn't mention her father in that post. I wonder if there's a reason for that. But another e-thought also responded to that post saying, no, but this is the one though. When I told my parents about it, they were gutted they weren't able to do it when they were younger. I mean, no, but this
it's pretty hot though. I mean, it's a really nice picture. Would I watch her porn? Yeah. Would I pay for it? Nah.
This is the one though. When I told my parents about it, they were gutted they weren't able to do it when they were younger. I mean, I very much doubt that that is true, but hey, even if it was, your parents also being trashy doesn't really make it okay that you're trashy. It actually just more explains why you are the way that you are. And actually, another post about parents, which isn't really a self aware L, but if you look at the context of what's being posted, it definitely is an L, comes from this woman's account saying the good thing about kids is they will
Ultimate waifu. Wow.
love you no matter what mistakes you make, and they will accept you just as you are.
No, they won't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Kids will not accept you no matter what. If you're becoming a liability for them, they will actually like really not like you. Like kids are fucking mean. Like, what are you talking about? Kids will accept you no matter what mistakes you make. I understand she's talking about her own kids. I'm not saying like all kids, but it's like, yeah, your kids, your own flesh and blood, will not like you if your way of life is detrimental to their mental health.
My baby has brought so much emotion into my life, and just knowing that I'm doing my best to make sure she's happy is so rewarding. And she posts that on the same account that she uses to promote her OnlyFans, where she also posted a post where she's naked, and the caption reads, guess what I just did? Okay, so
Took a
ignoring that you
shit.
are using the same platform to talk about your kid and promote your OnlyFans, which is just like, that's icky. Kids
The
may love
fat
you
rolls
regardless of
though.
what mistakes you make, because they're kids. They look up to you as their parent. parents. But the takeaway from that shouldn't be, oh, so it's okay that I have an OnlyFans account. It should be, I don't know, being encouraged to try to be better for your child so you can be someone that is actually worthy of being looked up to, which it doesn't seem like this woman is pursuing. I mean, sure, maybe your kid ends up being okay that you have an OnlyFans account because it's all they've ever known, but are you as a parent really okay with your kid being okay that you have an OnlyFans account? Is that what you want your child to see
I
as normal, whether
mean,
they're a boy or a girl? I mean, that really is just tainting, I think,
decent
any
point.
relations for them for the
Decent
rest of their
point.
lives. So just very depressing. But clearly there is also a trend among women who have OnlyFans account of just their mental health not being the best. Because let's face it, I don't think that a stable, well-adjusted young woman would really be attracted to making an OnlyFans account. And I know that's not a popular thing to say nowadays because we're supposed to say that sex work is real work and oh, it's empowering
I mean, it's real work. It's supply and demand, but like when you're the product, you're an item. You're not a person.
for women. But no, it's not. It's not
Remember that saying when people used to say about women, it's like, man, now she's a real item? Yeah, I wonder what they were referring to.
empowering. And you can see far too many of these women saying that themselves, that it's degrading, it's dehumanizing, trying to beg people to give you $2 a month in order to see you
Yeah,
naked.
it's like being a bum is also real work, right? It's a real job. You go to the street, you ask people for money. That requires effort.
I mean, like, that's the opposite of empowering, if you ask me, but maybe in these girls' defense, they are making these decisions because of perhaps some emotional baggage that they are carrying with them, as I think is displayed here in this post.
I would say because a lot of these girls are lazy as fuck and they want easy money.
This girl writes, I forgot to tweet this, but my first roommate at the psych ward was an OnlyFans girl, and I was like, girl, me too. And then my second roommate wanted to start one, and I was like, I have one. If you're at a psych ward and like really the only thing that you and your roommates have in common is probably a
I honestly, like, I don't know how true this is, but like, I always have the fear that a sex worker has some mental issues. And I don't know if it's true or not, but there does seem to be a small connection.
dad issues, but also that you have OnlyFans accounts. Is that not maybe some sort of wake up call that perhaps OnlyFans and, you know, online prostitution is something that attracts damaged people? So maybe it's not the best thing for yourself. I don't know. I just
Maybe,
feel
I
like
don't know.
self reflection would probably raise a red flag.
Her teeth are so white. Also, her eyes are so white. So
I
jealous.
get that, but if not, okay. Moving on, I guess. Another common theme in these OnlyFans elves is the fact that when you have an OnlyFans account as a woman, it does make it harder to actually date men worth dating, and we've previously done an entire episode about this on this channel. Yeah, ladies, just because a man will pay to see you naked, that doesn't mean that he thinks of you as girlfriend material, and it also doesn't mean that this is the type of guy you'd want to date either. So I mean, really,
Yep.
between OnlyFans girls and guys paying for OnlyFans, it's like I think you could both do better. But yeah, this account is littered with OnlyFans girls lamenting that having an OnlyFans account has ruined their relationships. As this one woman explains, feeling extra bummed today, I've been dating a vanilla man for a year. A few weeks ago, I told him the truth about what I do for a living. At first, he was okay and accepting, but said now that he's had time to process, he can't do it. He ended things between us. And honestly, that's sad, but I mean, what else do you expect? And people can complain that men should be okay with their
What's a
girlfriends
vanilla
having
man?
OnlyFans
Virgin?
accounts, but it's like, I think it's very reasonable for them not to be. And at the end of the day, you can't control what someone else is okay with in a relationship, and it's always in their control to just walk away. But obviously,
I bet that guy is watching her OnlyFans though, like the leaked photos or videos and shit like that for sure.
still, there are at least some OnlyFans girls who haven't gotten the message about how guys, by and large, are not okay with other men being able to pay to see their girlfriends naked. Like, we have this one girl who posted, OnlyFans sale on my main page, go sign up for only $6, but literally that same day also posted a photo of a wedding engagement ring saying, is this too much to ask for? It's like,
Yes.
honestly, honey, if you want to be a wife,
Just buy yourself the ring with the money you make in OnlyFans if you want to feel it. Like, fuck. It's so
if
dumb.
you need to work on being wife material, and for a lot of men, especially the good ones, having an OnlyFans page is not part of that equation. In any case, those are the most egregious or standout posts that I saw on the account, and once more, I recommend you go follow them. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Until next time.
What's this? I'll have to watch this. Fuck. I'll have to watch this later. All right. Anyways, yeah, good video overall. As always, I do love her stuff. And man, sex workers are real workers. Yeah, so are bums. Guess what? No one treats them as humans either. And as sad as it is, and some of them deserve to be treated better than some humans that I know, that I know of. Yeah, fuck. Anyways, like I said in that very short rant, don't date a sex worker, and hopefully there will be less of them. Cheers, and see you on the next one.